in 1 month, we are going to be getting a new truck. We are taking everything off the truck that we possibly can, except for our microwave. So we don't want to come back to the yard in a month and basically be trying to pull everything out. So over the past couple of months, we've been preparing for next month and just kind of taking things off. At any rate, so we signed up for Nutrisystem. They have a month. They sell you a month at a time. And they have an option to where you can basically do all pantry items. So you don't need a refrigerator or anything like that. Pretty much it. I got the instruction manual, all the food. There's a huge box you get on the front door. And inside the box, you have all the food that I just showed you. You get this. It's a box. And it basically has all your food for the first week. And it's like 1,000 calories a day, basically. And so it has 7 breakfasts, 7 lunches, 7 dinners. Let's see. You got snacks and stuff. So your cookies and the food's pretty good so far. Today was our first day, and then they send you some shakes also. So this is basically all your meals for the first week. And I ordered the lunch box to go with it, because basically in here you can fit all of your next days. And I thought it would come in handy while I'm driving, because I can basically have this sitting next to me when I'm driving down the highway, and I don't have to go in the back. So I have my breakfast bar for tomorrow. I have my morning snack. I have my afternoon lunch. And then I have afternoon snack. And then dinner. So anyway, and it all fits in this little bag real easy. We are still doing keto, but we had to go on hiatus for a little while. 2 months ago, back in March, when we came on home time, we started taking everything off the truck, and we were like, oh, well, no big deal. We'll just take all the cooking stuff off the truck, start getting stuff organized, etc. Took everything off the truck, and then we did totally did not expect the whole COVID-19 stuff to be as crazy as it was, and all the restaurants shutting down and not being able to find food, that's even halfway appetizing, and not even to mention halfway healthy. We gained a bunch of weight over that 2 months. Like, I put on 20 pounds easy. So we came home on home time 2 weeks ago, and I stood on the scale, and I'm the highest I've ever been. All the weight that I lost last year on keto has come back, and it's pretty much more. So we're going to do keto again, but we have to wait until we get our next truck, because we don't want to deal with carrying multiple trips. We just basically want to come back to the yard, take 2 or 3 duffel bags off the truck, and then be done. And just wipe it up, clean it up, turn it in, and then get our next truck. So we're going to do the Nutrisystem for the next couple of, next month or 2, maybe. See how it goes. Get back on track. Today was our first day. I am a little bit hungry, but not really. I mean, you're basically eating every 2 hours or whatever. So it's just kind of like every time you start thinking you're hungry, it's time to eat. So instead of eating 1 meal a day, high fat, we're eating 6 times a day. After 2 weeks of being home, we're finally getting ready to go. Got the bags packed and sitting in my car just waiting for Michael to bring the truck around so we can load up and get a load and get gone. What do you gotta say, Zeus? You waiting on Daddy? You being the guard dog waiting for Daddy to come around? Yeah, I know. So here we sit, waiting on our load. It sent us this morning saying, "Are you ready for dispatch?" We said, "We're on our way now to the truck. So Michael went and checked in. They gave him a load going to Portland. Said it picks up today. I go on to bed. Michael gets in the truck and starts driving towards a pickup. It's not ready. And they tell us, oh, it's supposed to be ready at between 2000 and 2200 today. So Michael parks the truck in their bobtail parking area and sits and waits. He calls about 4 o'clock and asks for a status update. And they said, oh, that load's not going to be ready till late tonight or tomorrow sometime. So we go to the truck stop, get a bite to eat. It was delicious. Delicious. If you're ever in Monette, Missouri, go to the Cub Diner. I swear you got a 5-star chef working in that diner. It was that good. So I woke up at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, and I've been up ever since. I guess about 6 o'clock in the morning. We'll swap positions if the load's not ready and go from there. Air vent. My dog laying on the pile of blankets and pillows. He knows what's up. Truck driver problems. We were delayed 13 hours at our shipper, and now we're stuck in Kansas City traffic on the loop. We got construction and an accident in front of us. Abby!
What?
How you like that Nutrisystem?
Hey, good.
You got energy?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I know. Love you.
Love you.
So yesterday we did the Nutrisystem. I think we're on like day 4 or 5 now. Both Michael and I are feeling very, very high energy. I even had a difficult time sleeping today, and I was up all night. We got so yesterday we went to the restaurant because we were really hungry, but we still followed the Nutrisystem way, and we had vegetables, and we did have the protein, and we had the shrimp, and they were both so delicious, and I couldn't even eat. It's amazing, in just the 3 or 4 days my stomach has already shrunk however much it has, because I couldn't even eat the whole meal. Whereas before, it was like I could eat the whole thing, plus dessert, plus appetizer, you know what I mean? It really felt good to be able to just be full, and then feel comfortable enough to just push the plate away. That's the biggest challenge that I have. It's like I'm full, but I've got it ingrained in my brain that I need to eat the whole dang plate. So today on our lunch menu, I have loaded potato. It's, you know, powder stuff. But it's loaded potato. It's got 31 carbs, 10 grams of protein, and 4.5 grams of fat. 3 fiber. For dinner, I'm gonna have rotini meatballs, and that's a pretty good weight. This is 8 ounces, but boy, it's heavy. And let me tell you what, whenever you get a sweet tooth, these little cookies by Nutrisystem are like bomb diggity. They're delicious.
Everything tastes good. Smaller portions.
Yeah, everything.
Real small portions.
Everything in here is delicious. And then I have this lunch. It was left over from dinner. It was left over from yesterday. I probably won't eat it today. I just forgot to take it out of the bag. But it's the chili. So I guess if I decide I don't want the rotini, then I can have the chili. Either way, I have choices. I didn't eat all of my recommended meals because we went out to eat. So I have it left over for today. So if I don't eat it today, then I'll eat it tomorrow, whenever. We got our microwave right here. That way, when I am driving along, I can avoid waking Michael up, and I can just take care of everything there. It's lunchtime. I have this nifty little thing, mess kit. I got it from Walmart. It's got the seal there, so if you want to not eat it all, it won't leak or spill. It stays a secure seal. Got our Walmart in the camping department. Any rate, so tonight we're having the rotini and meatballs to heat up in the microwave. It has 220 calories, 6 fat, 27 carbs. That's a list of the ingredients. And it's ready in just 1 minute. And this is what she looks like. And just like that, she's all gone. There's no place to park on my 30-minute break. So I parked here on the shoulder of the on-ramp, not the off-ramp, the on-ramp, to take my 30-minute break. Later on for my snack, I'm gonna have the peanut butter cookie. I have it sitting there so I can within reach. So in a couple hours, if I start to feel hungry again, I can easily pick it up and eat it while driving down the highway. They have meal bars and all that stuff, but since we have to take a 30-minute break, I just heat it up then. And then, so I have my dinner for lunch on my 30-minute break. And then what I do is I have like a meal replacement bar or whatever that comes in the pack for dinner right before I go to bed. I had my coffee when I started my shift, and I have one of these. I got it on the Tupperware aisle at Walmart. It's H2O on the go. It's literally 74.4 ounces. Getting my daily recommended amount of water, just slightly under. I add another half of this, and I got my daily. But because I haven't been drinking a lot of water lately, I'm having to work up to the amount because I'm finding I have to go to the bathroom a lot more often. So instead of having to stop the truck every 20 minutes, I just work up to the amount. So I drink this through my shift, or half of this. Yesterday I drank half of one of these through my shift. Today I drank a whole one through my shift. But when I stopped for my 30-minute break, I was feeling kind of tired, so I picked up a Coke Zero. Anyway, so yeah, I've had my meal. I have 17 minutes left in my 30-minute break. We took our weight before we started this Nutrisystem. And on day 2, I weighed myself before we came on the road. On day 2? I didn't. Tuesday, start of day 3. Before we came on the road, I weighed myself, and I had already lost 7 pounds. Which is phenomenal. That's so exciting. Because I gained 20 because of this COVID. So now, I'm trying to lose that 20 plus so much more. So, my DOT physical is coming up in February. I'm going to Mexico on vacation the first week of I think January 30th. So I'm hoping I can be way less than what I did 2 years ago for my DOT physical. As long as I weigh less, they won't hound me about having a sleep study. I've already done 2. I passed both of them with flying colors. But as long as I weigh less than the last one, they don't hound me about it. If I weigh more, they want me to do it again. So, we'll see how it goes. Right, so we're going to be your guinea pig and try this out. Yesterday we were stuck at our shipper for like 13 hours, which we had 0 access to food. You know, we did drive 15 minutes down the road to go grab a bite, to go to the bathroom and walk the dog. And they had a diner there, and we decided to go ahead and eat there because this load here we knew with it being late, we were not going to have much time to do anything else. So we were like, we might as well get a good meal in. And we were just going to go get our vegetables, have a salad, because the Nutrisystem does recommend that you have vegetables throughout the day. And also the vegetables help to keep you full longer, especially if you eat steamed vegetables. So we went there with the hopes of getting vegetables, but we ended up getting steak and shrimp. So that goes along with the keto. But we calculated all of our food, and we made sure we stayed within the parameters of whatever Nutrisystem recommends. We got vegetables instead of potatoes or something. So we did do good. And then today, you know, we've been pretty much running all day, and we had our food. We don't have a lot of time to mess around on this load because it was 13 hours late. And it's nice because we got our food and I don't have to worry about making sure that it doesn't go bad in the refrigerator and all that stuff. I don't have to break out the skillet. So far I'm impressed. It's 5:30 in the morning. It's the end of my shift. And for dinner, I decided I'm going to have this chili with beans. It's 230 calories, 8 fat, 25 carbs, 14 protein. And, whoo, it's hot. Let's try this. And look at all that goodness in there. It's going to be good. I know it. But I'm going to have to let it cool down for just a little while before I try to eat it. I feel like just in this video from the beginning to now, my face looks thinner. So, it'll be interesting. We didn't bring our scale. We didn't bring our tape measure. So, when we get home in 4 weeks, then we will have our weigh-in and our measurements for our waist. And I'll be able to tell you at that time, in 1 month, what our results are after 1 month with Nutrisystem. So, let's give this a try. It's good. Yeah, that's nice. That's got a nice, it's got a hint of a kick to it. It's good. It's got meat in the first bite. It does have beans. It's good. They do have a vegan or vegetarian chili also in my bag of goodies also, but I've been eyeing this one, so I'm gonna go to town. It's got a little kick to it. It's good. The only thing that would make it better is if I could put some cheese and have some crackers to go with it. Then it would be delicious. Look at this. So I'm at the scale house on top of Cabbage. The building is not open at all. I literally pulled in here to take my 30-minute break because that's what I do when I come here. And there is a line waiting to go across the scale. That's because these drivers these days are not reading the signs. They're just following GPSs and doing what everybody in front of them is doing. They're not paying attention to what's going on. We are sitting on top of Cabbage Hill. I'm taking my 30-minute break. It's 10:30 Central Time, 8:30 Pacific Time. And we have to deliver at midnight. But since the load was 13 hours behind schedule for being ready to load, they told us to get there as quick as we can and they'll receive us, which is nice. So we'll be delivering in the middle of the night in Portland, which is good because I don't want to have to deal with traffic. And then we've already got our next load. We've got to go down to California, pick up our next load, take it to Texas. So just running. I stopped last night at TA in Cheyenne to use the restroom last night. I walked around the store, just kind of stretch the legs, work out the kinks and the joints and stuff. And still, no food. None. That's the whole reason why we started doing this Nutrisystem. The truck stops are no longer serving the truckers. It's ridiculous. So, the restaurant was closed. Taco Bell was closed. Burger King was closed. They didn't have any hot dogs. They didn't have any, like, burritos or hot sandwiches. They didn't have any popcorn. So, basically, you're forced to eat cold sandwiches with soggy bread or chips and donuts or candy. Back in March, when we took all of this stuff off the truck, we didn't really have a full understanding of what it was going to mean for us. Walmart shut down, so my middle of the night grocery shopping was no longer existing. I didn't have my skillet on the truck because we're trying to clear everything off so that we can move into our next truck with a little bit more ease, where we were not prepared. So I was really pissed. And I'm telling you what, you talk about some mental health issues with this whole COVID. Let me tell you what, you haven't spent time in a tissue box with a whole other person with nothing to eat. I'm telling you, I was really getting to the point where something had to give. I was ready to walk away. I mean, this whole COVID thing, even still now, I'm ready to walk away. I'm done. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Honestly, if I have to, if I'm successful on this Nutrisystem, I just might do Nutrisystem and not give another dime to the truck stops except for to buy fuel. Walmart's, they're closing in the middle of the night so they can clean. But I have a friend that delivers local for Walmart, and he says they're not cleaning. They're just standing around chit-chatting, stocking shelves, whatever. But they're not cleaning. So, you know, it's all BS, you know. So tonight I am having red beans and rice. It looks like it's got some little chunks of like summer sausage. Oh, excuse me. It tells you right there. Kidney beans, rice, and chicken sausage in a spicy sauce. I'm going to put it in my little mess kit, heat it up, and enjoy it. So while that heats up, this one here is 180 calories, 4 grams of fat, 30 grams of carbohydrates, and 9 grams of protein. So you're getting basically all the necessary nutrients that you need in these little things: vitamin D, calcium, iron, potassium, all that good stuff. And here it is. I literally think I see 1, maybe 2 pieces of sausage in there. It's pretty good. The rice is a little bit dry. The rice is a little bit al dente. Is it as good as the rest of them? Not really. But it's still good. Look at that sunrise. Woo! Woo! It's beautiful. Beautiful sunrise.
I feel like walking in though.
I know, I feel like
Watch
walking
out,
too.
baby. You're gonna get run over.
Driving too fast. Look at that sunrise. Woohoo! We are on day 7. And it's also Smell Dog Sunday. So today we are uploading a video. Yippee skippy. Now, I will say this. Week 1 is completely almost over. It's done for Michael. Today's his 7th day. Tonight's my 7th night. So week 1 is just almost over. Michael is down 10 pounds. I am down 12 pounds. We got the phone call yesterday that we are able to turn in our truck a week early. So we're only going to be out on the road for 3 weeks versus 4 weeks. So we're going to be hustling through. Now, I'm wanting to know from you. We're going to keep doing the Nutrisystem until we get into our new truck, settled in our new truck. And depending how we feel, we may continue it. But I need to know from you, do you want me to continue with updates, weekly updates about the Nutrisystem? Comment below, let me know. Now let's talk about pricing. Just for me, I spent about $40 for the program I chose for Nutrisystem. And Michael chose one, and I think it was approximately the same amount. I'm not exactly sure. So altogether, we spent about $500 worth for the month through the Nutrisystem website for our various programs and our amounts of food that we get for the month. Now that sounds like a lot, and you're paying for it up front. So yeah, it's a big chunk out of the paycheck or out of the bank account. In this 1 week, we've eaten out twice. And both times we spent $40. So that's $80 that we spent eating out for 2 meals. So if we're eating out every single meal, 80 times, well, let's just say 40 times 7 days, just 1 meal a day, 40 times 7 days, that's a lot of meals. That's a lot of money. And then you multiply that by how many weeks in a month? 4 weeks? And it adds up. So I think in the long run, we're saving money. So I'm fine with that. Totally fine with that. Any rate, so if you would like for me to do some more updates with the Nutrisystem, just let me know and I'll keep updating you accordingly on how we feel about it. It's going to be real interesting to see how fast we lose weight on this system. I will say now that the sun is coming up and this vampire girl has to get to bed. So I'm going to finish walking Zeus and then I'm going to hit the hay. So until next week, good night and toodles.